Hi guys, welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. If you are looking to eat yourself healthy, one meal at a time, then you have come to the right channel. And tonight we are going to be making jam, and it is going to be Keto Sugar-Free Berry Jam. So come along with me and let's get started. So it's becoming fruit season once again as we are heading into spring and summer, and we have been enjoying making jam here in our household. And so I thought I would share my simple recipe with you. It only has a couple of ingredients and it can also be frozen, and it's a great way to utilize all of those wonderful vegetable finds, all of those wonderful fruit finds that will be coming your way with the coming warm months. Let's go ahead and get started. So this recipe is going to make about 2 cups of jam, and that will fill 2 jam or jelly jars of the 8-ounce size. If you don't go through jam that quickly and you don't want to freeze it, you can of course have this recipe. I'm going to begin with 16 ounces or 1 pound of fruit. I'm going to be using strawberries, but I have also used other berries for this jam. So you can use any equivalent of a low sugar, low carb berry that you would like. I'm going to go ahead and make these finer. You could, of course, when you're cooking this, mash it down, but I don't happen to own a potato masher anymore in this lifestyle. So I usually just pre-macerate my berries a bit in my food processor, but you can do whatever you'd like. And you can see that that has just taken the berries down. They're not liquid by any means. There's still quite a bit of texture. That's how I prefer our jam for us, but of course you can decide how you would like it for your family. I am now going to transfer this mixture into a saucepan. So to our fruit in the saucepan, I'm going to add 2 ingredients. We want 1/2 cup of water and also 1/2 cup of natural sweetener. I'm going to use confectioners. I'm just going to stir this to combine it. And we are going to start heating our fruit, and we are going to want to heat it on a low simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. And that will give the strawberries a chance to release their pectin, and also for our natural sweetener to become fully combined into our fruit. I'm also going to add just a couple of squeezes of liquid sweetener because I like the way that it offsets any possible cooling that sometimes erythritol can have. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do while we are waiting for our fruit to cook is to bloom our gelatin. I am going to be using gelatin in my jam. Sometimes pectin is used, but I've been very happy with the gelatin. And I want to bloom it. And when you bloom gelatin, that means that you are releasing the properties that gelatin has for making things thick, like sauces, gravies, etc. So in order to do that, I am going to be using lemon juice. So I want to start with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. It does not have to be from fresh lemons. If you happen to have fresh lemons, that's great. I am just using concentrated lemon juice. So to the lemon juice, I am going to add 2 teaspoons of regular unflavored gelatin. And I'm just going to stir that around with my spoon, making sure that the gelatin fully dissolves into our lemon juice. And as it sits here over the next few minutes, it is going to become close to a solid state. And then once our fruit is mostly cooked and ready to go, we will be adding the gelatin into our fruit And it will be actually in little chunks because it would have already developed its thickening properties. And this is going to help our jam set up. Okay, so our fruit has been cooking for about 15-20 minutes and it is now ready to do our next step. So I'm going to remove it from the heat. And while it is still warm, I am now going to be placing chunks of our bloomed gelatin into our hot fruit mixture. So our gelatin has bloomed, meaning it has created an actual gel of the gelatin. And I'm going to be putting these bits in a little at a time and stirring well so that it gets well combined into our hot fruit mixture. Okay, so I have fully combined our bloomed gelatin into our warm fruit mixture. I'm now going to let this sit on the cool burner for a few minutes until it cools down a little bit, and then I will be ready to pour it into my jelly jars. Okay, I am ready to pour my jam into my jars now. Thanks. So this is usually set up and ready to eat in about 4 to 6 hours, but I generally just let mine sit in the refrigerator overnight and it's ready for breakfast the next day. Okay, here it is. It's been a couple of days and we have been enjoying the jam. As I said before, it makes 2 of the jelly jar size, which is 2 cups. So we are going to have a taste test now. Hi.
Hi.
It's time for some fresh strawberry jam.
Yep. And it's ironic because we're ready to start a fat fast. We won't be eating any jam or bread. I'm going to do it for at least 2 or 3 weeks. So.
But the girls are enjoying it too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how it tastes. Really got a good flavor. Really see the fruit. Honestly, the bread almost messes it up.
Just eat it by the spoonful.
Yeah. But it's good. It is really good. So if you've been missing jam or you're tired of the sugar-free jam that you can buy off the shelf, this is better than the sugar-free jam that's off the shelf. This batch that you made is not as sweet as before. So I think people will kind of need to play around with the sweetness level that you want. I'm not complaining about it not being as sweet, but I did notice that it's not as sweet as some of the other versions you made.
I think sometimes it depends on how ripe your fruit is also. So
could be.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's good, and I think people will like it. It's a nice recipe for people to have, and especially as berries become more plentiful because you can't eat berries on keto.
Yep.
So thanks for making it. Bye.